Hi, my name is Kyle Bullock. I'm a writer and a jeweler by trade, and today I want to answer the age-old question, how much should I spend on an engagement ring? Now, this is a question I've been posed several times at the counter. How much should I spend? And people have all these different wives' tales and folklore about how you can arrive to the right number, of how much you should spend, and blah, blah, blah. Let me make it really simple for you. It's a really simple answer to this. There is no answer to this question. None. It can be whatever you want to spend. It can be whatever you want to spend. I've heard the oldest folklore and wives' tale being told that that you should spend 3 months' salary on a piece of jewelry for an engagement ring. And this idea kind of came up out of the idea of a dowry, where you save up money and then you got to show some proof of financial stability. And frankly, when you think about it like that, in my opinion, it feels like a little bit of a dated concept, especially today. But beyond that, it was created by salesmen and marketers who wanted to sell you big pieces of jewelry, which was great. That was fine. It was, I think, hopefully well-intentioned, but nevertheless, they were there to sell you jewelry. It was not to try to save you any money, which maybe isn't about saving money, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So how do you arrive to the idea of how much you should spend for an engagement ring when there really isn't an answer to that question? Well, the first thing I tell anybody who asks me that is to spend what you feel comfortable spending. Don't get yourself into debt over a ring, over a diamond. It's not worth it, because diamonds and jewelry aren't about money. It's not about some sort of an investment that you make. It's about sentiment. It's about what you feel. It's about expressing that thing to the person that you love, that you want to marry. And so make it all about that. Forget about the debt and the money and trying to spend a certain amount. Just tell that person how you feel. And this is one way to do that. Here's what I often tell people to do. Think about what you feel willing to save up or spend, or whatever you feel comfortable spending, and tell the jeweler your budget and the style that you're looking for. Well, in a different video, we can talk about different ring styles and different engagement ring styles that you can use to sort of a starting point when you're buying something. But tell them the style and tell them a budget, and then live within that world, because there's a million options. I promise you, there's a million options for every style at every price point. It's just a matter of trying to figure out what it is exactly that you're looking for within that price point and feel comfortable spending. Now, this next statement might feel a little bit controversial, might be a little bit controversial, but I'm going to say it anyways. If one of you in the relationship is hung up on the idea of spending a certain amount of money for an engagement ring, or you're hung up on a dollar figure for a diamond, it's probably a bad sign for the relationship. And I'm just saying that out of personal experience, having worked with, our company has worked with thousands of couples over the years. And we've seen this over and over. When somebody's getting hung up on the idea of having to spend a certain amount of money for a diamond to make it worth it, or a certain size to make it worth it, it's usually a bad sign for the long-term success. And it's not just about the money. It's something usually deeper in the relationship, but it's just a sign. Look, you don't have to spend a lot of money, and you can spend a lot of money if it means something significant to you, but stick with the idea of sentiment. Stick with something that means something to you and that you're giving to this other person. I've worked on custom projects for engagement rings that have rung up 6 figures at the register, but I've also delivered some of my favorite custom pieces to engagement ring customers for only a few $100. In fact, very recently I delivered a ring to someone that I care very much about, and it was only $500 for the engagement ring, but it was exactly what he wanted to say. It was exactly what he wanted to give to her, and he was elated when he got it. He was overjoyed when he got it, and it was so important for me as an artist, as a jeweler, to create something that was important to him and that he could give to her and that they loved so much, and it was exactly what they looked for. But here's how he did it. He called me up. He said, "This is my budget. This is the style I'm looking for. What can we do?" And we made it work. And that's how I like to operate. And if you would like to find someone who can help you find an engagement ring with that sentiment concept in mind, or just to live within a budget and a style that you're looking for, just give me a call or shoot me a message. Go to kylerBullock.com/jewelry. And that's exactly what I do for a living. It's my joy. It's my honor to do it for customers all over the country That's kylerbullock.com/jewelry. Send me a message. Tell me what you're looking for, the budget that you want to be in, and I promise you I'll try to send you a lot of ideas and examples that will live within your budgets and make you and your significant other very happy for years to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.